Hey there, today I am reviewing the Earthen Sear Curry by Solara. Now Solara is a convenient meal delivery service with a difference. Firstly, it's 100% plant-based, so no animal products, suitable for vegans, vegetarians, or those that just want to eat more plant foods in their diet. The other thing is that they're a subscription model, so you order via a plan and select the meals that you'd like each week. Now with the Solara Earthen Sear Curry, there's a few things that I love. One, that they're using whole food ingredients. So there's no artificial flavors, colors, preservatives. There's also no added sugar like palm sugar that you often find in a lot of Thai inspired curries. So that's a big tick for me. The other thing is that it's 400 grams and it's actually quite a substantial serving size, and it's 534 calories. From a macro point of view, it is 23 grams of protein, which actually is okay for a vegan meal. You can find higher protein meals in their range if you need. It's 53 grams of carbohydrates and 24 grams of fat, which is largely coming from the coconut cream used. So it is a little bit more of a carbohydrate dish than a protein meal. So the protein is coming from the use of tofu. Now tofu is a great plant-based protein because it contains all 9 amino acids, essential amino acids. The other thing it contains is a lot of minerals like calcium and phosphorus and selenium, and these are all great for bone health. We also know the consumption of tofu is associated with heart health and also reduced cancer risk. So it is a great ingredient to put in your diet for overall health and well-being. Now there's a few things that I question about this meal from a nutrition point of view. The first thing is the confusion with the labeling. Now on the front of the box you'll find that it says it's a velvety vegetable curry and it's served with a fluffy basmati rice. But when you flip over to the ingredients, it actually includes, and the first ingredient is jasmine rice. Now you might be just saying, well, it's one white rice or the other, but the thing is that Solara actually say that they are not only providing plant-based meals that are nutritious, they're also providing you with meals with low GI. Now that's the glycemic index that has an effect on your blood sugar levels. The thing is that jasmine rice is actually a high GI food. So it has a glycemic index of about 95 to 116. And basmati rice, on the other hand, only has a glycemic index of about 55 to 65. So there is quite a big difference. So I'm not sure if this is a typo or if they've changed direction a little bit, but it is concerning because it's not sticking on their brand and there is just a bit of confusion with labeling. This is not the first confusion of labeling I've experienced with this order. With the glycemic index, one way to help reduce the impact that the rice has on your blood sugar levels, and also a way to make it easier to digest, is to actually eat the rice cold. So cooked and cooled rice becomes a resistant starch, and this becomes a prebiotic fiber, which feeds our gut bacteria. So I'm actually going to take the rice out before I heat it and eat it cold with the warm curry, and this will help reduce that chance of the bloating and that feeling of fullness after the meal. The other thing that I find concerning about this curry and also the Solara meals in general is their use of soy products, in particular the fact that they don't disclose whether they are organic or non-GMO or GMO made soy. Now, why this is concerning is that while tofu and soy products can be health promoting, genetically modified soy, which is a lot of the soy that's produced on the market, can actually cause things like inflammation and actually cause hormone disruption, as well as a higher risk of being an allergenic food. The other thing it contains is phytates, which are sort of like an anti-nutrient, and they can prevent the absorption of some of those minerals like calcium into our body. So I had asked Solara about their source of soy products, in particular the tofu and tempeh that is used a lot in their range, and they couldn't tell me whether it was organic or non-GMO. So I'm guessing it probably is genetically modified unless they've listed it on the label, because that's something that you would want to promote. So that's a little bit disappointing and a bit concerning if you're going to eat these products on a regular basis. The other thing that I found was interesting with the ingredients is, while I love that there's not heaps of ingredients, there's no sort of spices or chili or herbs that you would associate with a curry. And it appears to be a little bit light on when it comes to the veggie component. But we will see how it tastes. You never know until you taste it. So I'm going to heat this in the microwave for a couple of minutes. As I said, I'm going to take this portion of rice out and not heat it. And we'll see how it stacks up in terms of flavour. Okay, so I've just heated up the curry. This is what it looks like. It is a nice serving size for a main meal, and has a decent amount of tofu in there. You can see the chunks of tofu. The rice component, while it's the main ingredient, it's not overly huge. So that's often the case with a lot of these vegetarian and vegan convenient foods, that they fill them up with some sort of carbohydrate, and this is actually nicely balanced. And there's a lot of the actual sauce, so it's definitely more of a creamy rather than dry texture. There are some bits of carrot here, and I can smell the addition of ginger and garlic and lemongrass, so that is great. So let's see how it tastes. So what I like about this curry is that it is a good portion size. It also is a nice balance between the amount of rice compared to the amount of the actual curry and the sauce. And the tofu pieces are generous, and they taste nice. The consistency is really good. So that's all great. Probably what I am a bit disappointed about is the flavour. It's not really a punchy Thai curry. It lacks something, and I guess that's the payoff of just using minimal amount of ingredients. So it would have been really nice to even have some chili that's coming through there, or just some spices to add a little bit of interest on the palate. The other thing that is missing is the fact that there's not really that many vegetables in there. So I would probably, if I had this again, serve it with maybe some steamed bok choy or some broccolini, just to add a little bit more nutrients and to be a little bit more filling as well. So while I do appreciate that Solara are opting for whole foods ingredients, and that they're trying to encourage people to eat more plant-based foods, this one for me is not going to be that memorable. Make sure you have a look at the other reviews I've done of Solara meals, because there is quite a variety. And if you do choose to order from Solara, make sure you leave your own review on mealprep.com.au.